Welcome everyone to my XP Pen 22R Pro review. This video will pretty much just be me talking about my whole experience with the tablet. I got this fairly recently. I've been trying to get used to it because on this model, apparently there's like buttons and stuff as you see on the little screen right here to the lower left hand side. Here I'm just testing out the responsiveness of the pen. You can see that I'm happy with it. It could use some... What am I doing? Anyway, it could use some improvement here and there, but for the most part, the pen responsiveness is pretty good. Now here I'm just trying to draw some straight lines. There is some instances where I get like that weird straight line glitch. I don't know what that is, probably my processor. But yeah, for the most part, it's pretty straight, pretty responsive. There is a little bit of, I don't know what to call it, wiggle. There's just a little bit of wiggle, and when I do really light lines, it picks up on that pretty well. So yeah, I think it's okay. Could be a little better, but yeah, it's a relatively new tablet anyway, so I'm just gonna give them time to update drivers, and maybe it'll be better in the future. Here I'm testing out the little red dial. It's pretty good. Here I'm also testing out. What am I doing? Oh yeah, there's like different ports and stuff. There's I think there's like there's 2 USBs, there's 1 HDMI, one I'm not too sure what that smaller one is called, USB-C or something. I'm not too sure. It's a fairly new port. If you have like a modern laptop or a gaming computer like I do, they have this little port as well, which is kind of nice. Okay, so now we're just looking at me drawing with the tablet. So what I used to have is a Wacom Intuos Pro Medium that I got from school, and I used that for a while because I got rid of my old tablets, and I did have a display tablet before, but the driver for it became obsolete and the manufacturers stopped improving upon it, so now my computer just doesn't recognize it and it won't work. So then I was like, I have to buy a new tablet. Alright, so my genuine opinion, I would give it like an 8.5 out of 10. Like I said before, it is a fairly new product of XP Pens, so they definitely have the time to listen to feedback from creators and try to update the drivers and make some functions of the tablet a little better. I did find that the buttons on the sides, on both sides of the tablet actually, are very helpful. I actually quite enjoy the buttons on the side because for us that don't have big desks or don't like to put our keyboard in front of our display tablet because it's kind of awkward, these buttons make it a lot easier to navigate our programs without having to kind of reach under or around our tablet just to do certain functions with the keyboard. So I mean, sometimes I still go back to using a keyboard because that's just what I'm familiar with, but I'm really trying to practice not doing that, and I've gotten better at it. Just takes a while. Okay, so pen responsiveness, I would say that there is some improvement to be implemented because I did find that it was easier to make strokes when the screen was bigger, or when my working space is bigger, or when I zoom in on a drawing. But then when I try to do teeny tiny little details zoomed out, it would not have as great of a response, or it would kind of wiggle around a little bit when I'm trying to draw a straight line when I'm zoomed out. So that's an issue that can definitely try to be fixed in the future. This program I'm using right now that's on the screen is Photoshop, but I also tried this tablet out with Clip Studio Paint. Clip Studio as a program, I find the brushes are a lot smoother to work with, and the pen was actually a lot more responsive in that program. I don't know why exactly. Some shit about the, I don't know, overall coding of the program. I don't know. Like I'm not that smart in regards to that kind of stuff, but that's just something I noticed. The tablet itself is pretty robust. You know, it's very high quality. It's not something that, you know, you buy a knockoff brand and it feels like cheap plastic. It's definitely not that. It's got a real high quality metal chassis, and the screen is not, it doesn't feel like you're sliding all over glass, which is something that I really hate. That's why I really kind of changed my mind about getting an iPad, because I don't like drawing on glass. I like to have a little bit of texture when I'm drawing, you know, kind of like paper, but not like paper, if y'all know what I mean. But yeah, I like the texture of the screen when I'm drawing, so it makes things a lot easier. And the red dials on both sides are very, very convenient. I actually really like these red dials on both sides of the screen. I use the left dial to control the size of my brushes, and then I use the right dial to control the size of my working area. You can do this by going into their the XP Pen tablet's little configuration screen, and you can assign these hotkeys to these buttons if you'd like. So that's pretty easy to do. Initially, when using the tablet, it's slightly odd to figure out. But for the most part, I set it up in about 20 to 30 minutes, because configuration takes just a little bit, depending on, you know, your pen tablet pressure settings and the color of your screen, and, you know, all these kinds of little teeny tiny details that you want to get, because everyone has a different hand. You know, some hands are heavier than others, so you might want to go in and take like 20 minutes just to make sure everything is to your preference. But overall, it wasn't that hard. Now, the pen tablet, a detail that I really liked was the pen tablet came with an extra pen. Holy, that was great. It had like that little long cylinder shaped pen case that I really liked. Had 8 extra pen nibs, and the extra pen was inside, and that was really nice of them to do that. I really encourage other tablet companies to give people an extra pen, because pens are expensive. You know, if one breaks, then you got to spend at least $100 for another one. Not everybody has that kind of money, so a spare pen is always appreciated. Now, okay, here I was slightly having some trouble when it came to like my pen smoothness. You know, I don't know I don't know the English word for it. It's like just stability. There we go. Pen stability definitely could use some work. I noticed when I was drawing, like, this line isn't as straight as I want it to be, but I'm pretty sure I'm drawing straight. So I don't know. Maybe that's a setting that you could go into and fix, but overall, XP Pen could do a lot better with their pen stability. Perhaps this will come in a later driver, as I've mentioned before, so I will give it a chance. I'm not gonna talk too much shit on it, but overall, it's this is a pretty good tablet. If you are a professional, I would definitely, if you're a professional digital media artist or illustrator or something like that, I would definitely recommend this tablet. It has a very large working space. It's at least, 21.5 or 22 inches, which is personally what I like to work on. I really like big display tablets because I can see a lot more. My eyes aren't as good as it used to be, so I can see a lot more details and focus a lot more on details. I can zoom in, and it doesn't feel weird because before this tablet, I just had my Intuos Wacom Pro, so I had to look at my computer while I was looking, or while my hands were drawing flat on my desk. So that was kind of awkward for me at times. But overall, I think I made pretty good progress with trying to learn how to use this thing. It's been a while since I've used a display tablet, so I decided to try it out. And right here, this whole video of me speed painting is just a redraw of a screen cap from the Sailor Moon thing. I don't know, some sort of trend or some shit. You know, you gotta follow the trends. People think you're popular, so I just went ahead and did that. I really like how smooth everything went for me. I thought I was gonna have a lot more trouble, but honestly, you get to learn the tablet pretty fast. There's not too much anything too complicated about it. You know, it's just, it's about what, 10 buttons on each side along with the scroll wheel, and there's not too much about it. It's a very simple and user-friendly design to the entire tablet, which I highly appreciate, because, you know, when I get frustrated, I'm like, ugh, I don't want to draw anymore. But yeah, I would say overall, XP Pen's 22R Pro, I would definitely give it an 8.5 out of 10. This number could change in the near future because, like I said several times, this is a new product for them, and they can definitely improve a lot more. There is potential, and hey, I think I got this tablet during a sales promotion, so I got it for around $500. The regular price is $799, I believe, so it's it is still a tad expensive, but I'd rather pay that much compared to Wacom's $1,500 display tablets. So it's pretty much a good bargain. But yeah, that's pretty much what I have to say about it. It is a good tablet, and I'm trying to use it every day in my daily drawing life. Sometimes I switch back to my regular tablet, just, you know, for those days that I don't want to look at a big screen. But otherwise, I really like this tablet. It has done me right so far. So if y'all are looking for a good display tablet and you don't want to spend thousands of dollars, then I would definitely look into the XP Pen 22R Pro. You know, take it from me. And I'm trying to implement a lot more works using the XP Pen 22R Pro. So if you haven't already, you can follow my Instagram at PoloBlind, and I also have a Twitter at GrottiMob if you guys want to, I don't know, listen to me make rants about absolutely nothing. And sometimes I post my art there too. My commissions are also open, so if you guys want, you can DM me on my Instagram. I have no problems with answering any questions as well. And yeah, that's about it. So enjoy the rest of this speed paint, and I'll try to make a video soon. I swear to God, I've been busy and stressed, and I want to eat a whole watermelon for some reason. But yeah, alright. Enjoy the rest of the speed paint, and I'll talk to you guys later. I just might go to the give me a sack of my bag. Nigga running up on me is a mistake.